The age of gunslingers begins in a future where technology and virtual reality have merged so completely that entire worlds exist inside massive online platforms. Players from across the globe immerse themselves in these universes, living second lives filled with battles, strategy, and adventure. At the center of this landscape stands a game that defines an era, a competitive shooter world known for its unforgiving mechanics and ruthless ranking systems. The story follows a young man named Chu Yunfei, once a top-tier professional gamer. He had known glory in the early years of the virtual age, leading teams, winning championships, and basking in the admiration of fans. Yet time and setbacks pushed him into obscurity. Injuries, betrayals, and the relentless pace of the competitive scene left him sidelined. What remained was the burning memory of what it felt like to stand at the peak point one day. Fate draws him back into the world he left behind. The release of a new system update, a fresh chance to compete, and an old promise reignite his determination. Though no longer the rising star he once was, Yunfei returns to the battlefield with a heart sharpened by experience. His skills, though rusty, carry the edge of wisdom and strategy that newcomers lack. The virtual battlegrounds of the age of gunslingers are unforgiving arenas. Here, survival depends not just on reflexes but on sharp calculation, flawless teamwork, and the ability to adapt. Every bullet fired and every move made can be the difference between triumph and failure. It is a place where bonds are forged and rivalries ignite like sparks in dry tinder. As Yunfei steps back into the world of competition, he meets a new generation of players. Many dismiss him as a relic of the past, a washed-up veteran chasing shadows of former glory. But he remains undeterred, confident that his experience can cut through the arrogance of youth. With steady patience, he begins climbing the ranks again. On his journey, he encounters Lin Yuxuan, a brilliant sniper with a cool demeanor and unmatched precision. Though initially skeptical of Yunfei's abilities, she recognizes the depth of his tactical mind. Their partnership begins rocky but soon grows into a formidable bond built on trust and shared ambition. Another ally comes in the form of Zhao Lingfeng, a hot-blooded close-range fighter whose impulsive nature often puts the team in danger. Yunfei takes him under his wing, teaching him discipline without quenching his fiery spirit. Slowly, Lingfeng learns to channel his recklessness into controlled bursts of brilliance. The formation of this unlikely team attracts attention. Rivals begin to take notice, especially the reigning champions of the new era. Among them is Wei Jian, a cunning strategist who once idolized Yunfei but now sees him as a stepping stone to greater fame. Their paths are destined to collide in a clash of pride and skill. Climbing the competitive ladder is no easy feat. Matches test their endurance, coordination, and mental resolve. The team experiences crushing defeats and exhilarating victories, each battle sharpening their bond. Under Yunfei's guidance, they begin to grow not only as players but also as individuals. The world outside the game mirrors the chaos within. Sponsorships, contracts, and media scrutiny place heavy burdens on the players. Yunfei, once burned by betrayal in the past, remains cautious of fame. He values the integrity of the game above all else, a stance that often clashes with the greed of corporations. As tournaments grow more intense, so too do the rivalries. Old legends re-emerge, former teammates become adversaries, and alliances shift like sand in the wind. For Yunfei, each match carries the weight of redemption, not just for his career but for his very sense of self. The bond between Yunfei and Yuxuan deepens as they face these challenges together. She begins to see him not as a fading star but as a guiding light, someone who inspires her to believe in more than just victories. For Yunfei, her trust becomes the anchor that steadies his resolve. Tensions rise within the team as well. Lingfeng's impulsiveness threatens their progress, causing internal strife. Yunfei must balance discipline with empathy, teaching him the importance of patience and teamwork. Through trials, their bond strengthens, transforming them into a unit capable of standing against the best. As the championship tournament approaches, the stakes grow higher. Rivals sharpen their blades, strategies become more ruthless, and the pressure threatens to crack even the strongest wills. Yunfei knows that beyond victory lies something greater, the chance to prove that perseverance and heart can still triumph in an age obsessed with speed and youth. the tournament begins with electrifying energy. Teams from across the globe gather, each carrying unique playstyles and tactics. Matches are broadcast to millions, every moment dissected by fans and analysts alike. For Yunfei and his team, every round is a battle not just for survival but for recognition. Early victories bolster their confidence, but soon they face crushing defeats that test their morale. Doubts creep in, threatening to unravel their unity. Yunfei, however, refuses to let despair take root. He rallies his team with words of wisdom, reminding them that true strength lies not in avoiding failure but in rising after each fall. Their resilience becomes their defining trait. Match by match, they claw their way back into the spotlight, stunning spectators with their growth. Commentators begin to whisper of a comeback story unlike any other, a veteran leading the next generation to glory. As the semifinals approach, Yunfei's past resurfaces. Old rivals return, including a former teammate who betrayed him years ago. The clash is not just of skill but of ideals, loyalty against ambition, integrity against greed. Yunfei faces the ghosts of his past head-on, determined to prove that betrayal cannot define him. The matches grow fiercer, each round a storm of bullets, strategy, and willpower. Yushuan's sniper shots echo like thunder, Ling Feng's reckless courage burns like fire, and Yunfei's calm command weaves them into an unstoppable force. Together, they carve a path toward the finals. The final showdown arrives. Their opponent is Wei Jian's team, the reigning champions. The air crackles with anticipation as millions watch, knowing this battle will decide more than just a title. For Yunfei, it is the culmination of years of struggle, sacrifice, and silent determination. The first round goes poorly. Wei Jian's strategies are ruthless, exploiting every weakness with surgical precision. Yunfei's team falters, morale shaken. Yet Yunfei remains composed, analyzing, adapting, and turning setbacks into lessons. His calmness becomes their anchor. The second round shifts momentum. With refined tactics and unshakable trust, they push back, stunning their opponents. The battlefield becomes a stage for brilliance, every move showcasing their growth. The crowd roars, sensing the birth of a legend. The final round is a storm of chaos. Bullets fly, traps spring, and every second carries unbearable tension. Yushuan lands a decisive shot, Ling Feng charges with unrelenting ferocity, and Yunfei orchestrates their movements with flawless precision. The match ends in a breathtaking climax, leaving the world in awe. Victory is theirs. The underdogs rise to the peak, shattering expectations and silencing doubts. The world hails them as champions, but for Yunfei, the true victory lies in reclaiming his place not as a fallen star but as a leader reborn. The aftermath is filled with celebration, but also reflection. Fame and glory shine brightly, yet Yunfei remains humble, knowing that the journey matters more than the destination. His bond with his teammates has become unbreakable, forged in the fires of struggle. Wei Jian, though defeated, acknowledges Yunfei's strength with grudging respect. Their rivalry, though fierce, becomes a testament to the evolution of the gaming world, a bridge between generations, not a divide. Yunfei's story becomes an inspiration. To veterans who feel forgotten, to newcomers who fear failure, his journey shows that perseverance and heart can carve paths where none exist. The Age of Gunslingers becomes not just a title, but a legacy. The team continues forward, no longer bound by doubts. They embrace new challenges with open hearts, knowing that the bonds they share are their greatest weapon. For them, every battle ahead is another chance to grow, to inspire, and to etch their names deeper into history. In the quiet moments away from the spotlight, Yunfei reflects on how far he has come. From a fallen champion to a leader who rebuilt not just his career but his very soul, he finds peace in the journey. The Age of Gunslingers does not end with victory, it continues with hope. A new era begins, where veterans and newcomers alike stand together, united by the love of the game and the fire of competition. Their story echoes across the digital and real worlds, a reminder that glory fades but spirit endures. And so, in the endless battles ahead, the legend of Chu Yunfei and his team continues to shine, guiding the next generation of gunslingers into the future. The age of gunslingers begins in a future where technology and virtual reality have merged so completely that entire worlds